So.
I was victimized according to also all the expectations, you know, like my whole
I think this is me, isn't it? No, this is, that's you over there.
That's me, this is Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff, okay, that's you.
Okay, got it.
Jeff Smith, Martin.
Yeah.
And then Bob.
So you want these offices?
Please for now.
There you go.
That one was changed.
Oh, I know, and that's frustrating.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm calling the meeting to order of the City of Woodland Park Board of Review. I'm going to start by asking Mr. Burgess to do a roll call, please.
Would be happy to, Mr. Chair. Mac McVicker,
Here.
Jeff Cahill,
Present.
Derek Carpenter,
Here.
Jeff Smith,
Here.
and we have alternate Martine Vogel. She's new to the board. She's here with us today as well.
Everybody would stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. If you are an existing member of the military or honorably discharged vet, you may salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. The next item on the agenda is the election of officers. I'll turn it over to Mr. Cahill as vice chairman.
Why do you want to give it to me?
Well, do we have any nomination?
I make a nomination. I
Mr.
nominate Mac McVicker for president. Or
Second.
chairman.
Second.
Is there any disagreement on that other than me?
If you feel you're up to it. you want
I'm up to it.
All right.
I endorse it.
Dave, take a roll call vote on that, please, sir.
I will. Mac McVicker,
Yes.
Jeff Cahill,
I agree. Yes.
Derek Carpenter,
Yes.
Jeff Smith,
Yes.
and Martine Vogel gets a vote since we don't have a full panel with this. Well, no, we do have a full panel. I'm sorry.
She doesn't get to vote?
She does. Yes, she
Yes.
does.
Oh, you get to vote.
She's the fifth member, so she
You
gets to
recommend
vote.
yes.
Well, I'm confused now. I agree.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
One of us should have voted no.
Now we need to vote for vice chair. And I'm gonna lead that off with Mr. Cahill for vice chair.
I nominate Derek Carpenter.
Well, I second Cahill's nomination.
Well, wait, we had a motion before the board for Jeff Cahill.
And I
Do
second.
we have a second? Now you can amend that motion for somebody else if you'd like.
I'd like to amend that and nominate Derek Carpenter.
I'll second that one.
I'm not candidate.
Did you say you're seconding that? Okay,
Okay, this is confusing now.
all right. So following Robert's Rules of Orders, we had a motion. We had an amendment. We first have to vote on the amendment. And then we can vote on the original motion, which may be changed depending on the vote on the amendment. So on the amendment, seconded for Mr. Derek Carpenter as vice chair, all in favor,
Aye.
all opposed? We have a tie vote.
Martine, can she break it?
Martina gets to.
You get to be the
Such
tiebreaker.
pressure.
So should we have some discussion prior?
Maybe there should be some
We can
discussion.
have a discussion.
All right, in deference to the fact that I am a signed contractor and I am in quote unquote in the amateur league so far as being a general contractor, I only built my own home, done my own remodeling, I haven't done anything for any of the clients. Whereas Mr. Carpenter has taken years and years and years under his belt of being a full-fledged contractor. I don't feel that I should stay in the way of a general contractor taking the lead as the next in line.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it.
Makes sense.
So your vote is,
I'll break the tie then.
okay, so we have passed the amendment for Mr. Carpenter to be vice chair. That impacts the First Amendment, kind of negates it. Now we have to have a vote again.
He's dropped his objection, so.
Yes, he's dropped his objection. I'm just following Robert's Rules of Order. everybody.
Okay, I'm glad you studied up on this.
Okay, so we're now taking a vote on vice chair for Mr. Derek Carpenter. All in favor, say aye, raise your hand, aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you, Dick. You are vice chair.
Okay, all right.
Should we change the times now?
No.
I
Stop.
want to change the chair.
You get to wear your tiara throne, whatever you
Oh,
call it,
okay,
for
from
the
one-
rest of this
For
meeting.
the rest of the team.
Before we. Yeah, we'll go to approval of minute meetings next. That's following the agenda. I can say I have read these. I think Mr. Bird just did his usual excellent job of copying the essence of the meeting into the minutes. Does anybody else have any comments?
I read through, I concur.
Do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll so make a motion.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Number.
Jeff, you're looking like you were gonna say something.
No, I was looking for pictures.
Oh,
So just to clarify, Mr. Chair, is Mr. Cahill made the motion and
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter seconded.
Correct.
yes. All in favor of approving the minutes from December 21st, 2023? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Passed. Way to go, Dave.
Thank you, sir.
We have no consent items, no complaints, no variance or appeals hearings, no unfinished business. And on new business, I'm going to make a slight adjustment to the agenda. I want to welcome Martine Vogel on board as a member of this board. She is starting out as an alternate. Hang around, that will change. But we would still like you to come to every meeting in the event that we don't have a quorum. In which case, we would have to postpone the meeting at the expense of the presence of both the permit holder and the inspector or whoever's representing Pikes Peak Regional Building Department. Thank you.
Plus all the work that's being put into this to make this an operational meeting.
I'm sorry.
Plus all the labor that Mr. Dave Burgess has expended to put this meeting together.
Right. Also, on the introduction side, we have a new building inspector. Dave, would you do the honors to?
I would be happy to. Mr. Doug Compton joins us. He's taking the place of Eric Ramirez. Eric has moved on to a different position with a different company. And Pikes Peak Regional did their usual thorough job of carefully selecting a construction inspector that is tailor-made for Woodland Park. Doug has been a custom home builder in the past in California, so he's now seen both sides of it.
Well, Doug, welcome on board. We will be seeing you at these meetings. We appreciate you making the trek up the pass, sometimes even in snowy weather.
Absolutely.
I don't know where in California you built. But I don't know if you had to experience snow there or not.
It was actually here in Colorado, where I was a custom builder.
Oh, okay.
No, thanks. for the clarification.
Absolutely, no, absolutely. So yeah, everything's been here, so I'm good and used to the snow. I'm losing the hair up here, but I'm gaining it here, so I'm built for it.
What part of the state did you build in, Doug?
Just here in the Springs,
Okay, great,
well, Colorado Springs,
great.
so
Well,
Neil,
again, welcome
thank you.
to our group up here. I want to express to Mr. Welton, who unfortunately could not make it today. We appreciate the vetting, excuse me, that he does to give us inspectors up here that so far, everyone, and I doubt you'll be any different, have worked very well with the building community and permit holder community up here and this board.
Great.
And we prefer open communications. You can come to any of us at any time about any decision we've made.
Perfect. Absolutely. I'm happy to be here.
Pardon?
I'm happy to be here.
Well, thank you. Anything else under new business from anybody else?
I'd like to just get to know Martine a little bit.
You want to give us a thumbnail sketch of your background, please?
Sure. I'll try to keep it short. So,
If you'll speak into the
oh,
microphone,
do I have to?
you
Yes.
can pull it closer to you.
All right, well, I'm Martine and I'm a general contractor as well. I've been, well, I've been building since 2005. Actually, that's when we started our construction company and then I became a general contractor myself. In, I think it was 2000, I don't remember, 8 or 9 or something like that.
Rough
And
times
so,
in 8 and 9.
yeah, it wasn't good. And so, and anyway, have been living in Woodland Park since about that time when we built our only spec home and the market crashed. And we ended up moving up here, which was sort of the best decision we ever made. So we'll never,
Your spec home?
yeah, we moved into the spec home. The bank came and said, you know, if you move into it, we'll just make it a permanent, loan. And we decided that it made sense. So we moved up here and I remember when we first came up here and started building that, I'm trying to remember the building inspector, he's retired now, who came in and I think his goal was to run us out of town. So, and he made it really hard on us and it was good. It was actually really good because, and he joked about how why can't I think of his name? He had the little house, in town.
First name Dan?
Dan
No, he moved out of state,
So-
down south.
So
Anyway,
if you built in 2008 or 9,
mhm,
this department came into being in 2013.
mhm.
So that would have been under Teller County Building.
Yes, it was Teller County at that time. And I'm trying to think of the guy's name. It's driving me nuts.
Goes out.
Al.
It wasn't Al.
What now?
No, it wasn't Al.
Jim then.
Jim, that's it, Jim. Oh, it was driving me crazy. I couldn't think of his name. And anyway, he joked about how he made us the contractors, yeah, but
So-
anyway,
So if I
was
could
awesome.
caution everybody, these meetings are recorded. And be
Yes.
careful of what you say about other people.
oh, I'm saying good things. We ended up, it was great. And since that time, we've enjoyed several projects, doing several projects up here. We also build in other areas as well. I don't know if you recall, we've done several projects for unfortunately Scott Downs, who's passed now, but we did several projects for him and have built we mainly build custom homes, but we also do commercial. And anyway, and myself, I just kind of got thrown into this as the wife of a builder originally and just kind of really enjoyed what we were doing. And we decided to partner in this whole venture. So
Cool. What's the name of your company?
It's, well, originally it was open range construction and, yeah, it's high performance structures and it's a DBA open range construction.
So you built over in, Wilderness.
And well,
Was that open range?
no, well, that's where we built our spec.
Oh,
Yeah, that's where we live.
Wilderness, yeah.
Yep, and we, more recently, we're working with Habitat for Humanity, on those trailhead townhomes. And we're also, we also sell insulating concrete forms. It's kind of one of our specialties. And so, we sell Fox Block and we do training and consultation with other builders and, homeowner builders as well. And so, and we hope to do a lot more of that in the future as we get older, you know, even though we love building, it's, you know, kind of looking at that exit strategy, what can we do, train over time and things like that. And,
So you have a commercial license,
yes.
Okay. a B or an A?
We have an A in, at Pikes Peak Regional
Oh,
Building,
great.
so,
Wow.
yeah. I think we have a B up here. I don't remember. So
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Yeah, Martine was very instrumental in getting the Habitat project across the finish line. She had the fortitude to do it, and
No,
I'm
good.
sure that was no easy task for her.
And
You-
that's being taken over by something else.
Yeah, I guess it's really unfortunate that it's not working out for Habitat up here. But I believe that there's another company it's a land trust company. They also build homes that are more obtainable and they keep the land. So the home buyers can buy the house without the land and maybe it'll make it more affordable for them. So it was very difficult to keep costs where they needed to be, so.
Well, thank you for joining our team.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Anybody else have any questions for Martine? In that case, throw it open to open discussion for about anything. Anybody?
So if I could, Mr. Chair, I'd just give you an update on our permitting software that we had going. We learned today we had another short training touching base session with our lead over there at Civic Gov, and they finally have what they call a resting endpoint with Teller County's data. So that was a huge goal to make the software functional. So we were real excited to hear about that. So we're going to be making progress much quicker now that we have access to that data.
What is your timeline showing you on when you'll be converted over to the new system?
We're working that out right now. We have a consultant that's working with us on that, and we're gonna narrow down a timeline, but this was the crucial element to really get the
Okay,
system
very
up
good.
there. So that's the update I have on that.
And when you get that done and integrated like your old system, that's something that regional will use as well, correct?
They will not.
They will not.
They'll
Oh, yes,
stay
they do.
independent of their stuff.
Okay.
This will be primarily just for the zoning development permits and other, the larger development permits like conditional use permits and whatnot, so.
And just as an aside, I'm not applying, don't think I am, but I know you have some openings in your department. Are you able to fill those? Are you still looking or?
So we filled the part-time permit tech position, and that gentleman that started, his name is Grant Ottai. And he's very sharp. He had some real estate experience. He's I think he's gonna start week 3 next week, I believe. And yeah, he's a real sharp guy. He's catching on real fast, so we're real happy to have him. We also had a position open for a full-time permit technician. And I suspect we'll be interviewing for that position pretty quickly.
Good.
I believe that application process ends on January 27th, I believe.
So some next week or two it ends.
Yeah. And then we'll start interviewing for a full-time. So that will help a lot. So we're making progress. We're getting closer to fully staffed. Unfortunately, we did have a code enforcement specialist who we were real happy with. He's moved up to city inspector, construction inspector, which was
Here?
really a better suit for him.
He took Sam's place?
Yes, he did.
Okay, what's
Yeah.
Sam doing?
Sam is now project manager for the Public Works Department. So he assists the Public Works Director in overseeing the capital improvement projects and keeping things on track.
So that includes the new reservoir.
So, yes,
And the guy that took Sam's spot, wasn't he an inspector before?
he was. That was Bert Warshall.
Yeah.
And he was actually chief building inspector for Pikes Peak Regional.
Right, so now he's our,
So,
City
yeah,
inspector.
so it was really a good fit.
Oh my
with
gosh,
His
yeah.
inspection background.
it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's all good stuff, all positive things. So.
Okay,
Yeah, we're having some really, I think we're gonna have a great year from a staffing standpoint.
it's good news.
Well, Dave, I didn't mean to put you on the spot with that question, but I knew you were working to fill those positions and stuff. And I just want everybody to know, we are part of, we're a minor part, I admit that. But nonetheless, a part of a pretty good team here when it comes to the building department.
I agree.
And thanks to Dave and his team, that what they're putting together, new software, filling openings. It's all good news.
It is, and thank you, Mr. Chair. It truly is a team effort. We have a fantastic team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Compton, this is who you have to work with.
Perfect.
Anything anybody else wants to bring up before I close out open discussion? All right, that being said, meeting is adjourned.
Hey, way to run it.
You could turn your mics off, please.
Well, Martine, welcome.
Well, thank you. I'll have to remember I'm being recorded.